You may not have known that getting money is a matter of how you think, but it is, according to Tony Robbins, a renowned financial book that incorporates interviews with investment superstars like Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, Carl Icahn, and Paul Tudor Jones. In the second group of successful individuals authored by Tony Robbins spent almost 8 years investigating. A big takeaway from this fantastic book is that money is a game. And because you play that game every day, knowing what to invest in is secondary to understanding your own financial psychology. In today's practical knowledge video, we'll be looking at psychological tactics that everyone can apply to earn more money. So stay tuned and have fun. Hey, let's talk money saving tricks nobody tells you. Having a hobby is a fantastic way to relax and enjoy ourselves while doing something we like. But due to the creator economy, we have the option to generate content about a pastime and get money from it. Substack rewards content providers, including Laura. Content producers are paid by huge companies for years. YouTubers have compensated content producers. When Facebook started paying its content producers, it was followed by Newsbreak, which paid its content creators before they clicked the self-destruct button. Lincoln is considering compensating content creators as well. The content creation economy is open to everyone with a phone. While it won't replace your regular income, as Robert Kiyosaki explains in his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, it is possible to generate money on the side by training your mind to look for possibilities. Consider the long term rather than the immediate. A common problem for content producers is that they don't understand the need of long-term planning. You can entirely alter your financial status if you create material consistently for 5 years in a row. If they knew they would reach their objectives in 5 years, content producers won't give up on their projects after only 3 to 6 months and would instead continue to work on their projects. You can't predict how well you'll do financially. Nevertheless, looking at other individuals who have the same aim may help you estimate your chances of success. As a result of my research, I discovered that all of my favorite content providers have a 5-year strategy in place. The same principles apply to blockchain investment. Many individuals may be concerned about the daily variation in prices, but the price today is not what counts. What matters is the price in 5 to 10 years. The previous 13 years have proved the potential of blockchain technology in the gaming industry. Casinos and lotteries cater to those looking to earn fast cash, but creating wealth is not a game of chance. Only make purchases with cash. Some rich individuals, though not all, use a psychological ploy known as the cash-only rule. While it may have seemed like the individual was only trying to show off, there may have been an ulterior motive for their actions. You may use this psychological trick to reduce your spending by cutting up your credit cards and bringing more cash with you whenever you go out, so you can see how much money you've spent and how much money you have left in your wallet at all times. Ensure that your future self is prosperous. What a fantastic group of athletes. Aside from their riches, the only thing that great performers and successful business entrepreneurs have in common is their use of visualization. If you want to attain your dreams, you must first see them in your mind. However, some individuals are unable to look beyond their existing circumstances. Spending $1 on a Starbucks coffee may not seem a big deal to most people, but for those who want to become wealthy, that dollar may have a long-term effect on their finances. When Jim Carrey tried this technique in 1990, he famously wrote a check to himself for $100 million for acting services rendered and post-dated from 1995. He gave himself 5 years to become one of Hollywood's most successful working actors, and he was able to cash the check he had written himself half a decade earlier. Growth is equivalent to volatility. Bitcoin doubters. Certain people argue that the volatility of the market is the reason why it's terrible, since it's an oxymoron that have steady pricing and quick growth on a daily basis. But millionaires know that to earn or generate more money, you must take some risks. Life without risk is a life without growth. The psychological secret is to assign a tiny part of your money to price volatility. It is possible to make up for the lesser returns on your other assets by profiting from high-growth investments such as a huge coin. Investing 1% of your portfolio in Bitcoin may boost your portfolio's worth by 20%. And most individuals are able to handle the 1% loss. A mentality of serving several clients. When you have multiple clients depositing money into your bank account each month, you're less likely to have a gust of wind blow your dreams off a cliff. A few years ago, a good friend of mine told me the story of how he spent the majority of his career with only one client. It's isolating. He said getting paid by a single customer with a daily check was a dream come true. Aiming for a reasonable level of achievement. In contrast to the middle class, the affluent establish very high expectations for themselves because they believe that no one will ever achieve their aspirations if they don't have lofty goals, and they are willing to take on any task. Many individuals opt to confine their life to middle-class mediocrity in order to escape failure. But champions don't wait for things to happen. They make them. An antidote to fear. The great ones were able to operate at a level of consciousness in which fear was not present, making every seemingly impossible dream appear surprisingly achievable to the general public. To operate at this level, you must be willing to step outside of your comfort zone, which is exactly what the wealthy do. The money of others. If they don't have enough money, rich people aren't afraid to borrow money from other people's pockets to fund their future. If they have a great idea but are unable to find it, rich people will use other people's money. If this is the case, then we should consider whether or not this is worth buying, investing, or pursuing. Take your time while making significant purchases. Most people don't realize that sleep may also help you save money since it impairs your decision-making abilities and make you more likely to engage in riskier financial behaviors. Your subconscious mind can digest and evaluate the information while you sleep, allowing you to make a more informed decision in the morning. Putting your trust in yourself is a recipe for disaster. To put it another way, the affluent are aware that no one is flawless, whilst the impoverished are not. To avoid self-sabotage, the wealthy utilize tactics that are most self-aware than those who are less fortunate. The wealthy use automatic deductions as a way to save money since even the most responsible people have a hard time resisting the temptation to spend money when given the chance. Many wealthy people take this practice a step further by restricting their access to the account to ensure that the money allocated to this reserve cannot be spent under any circumstances, and so ensure that their pool of savings grows over time. And finally, as they said, don't underestimate the power of incorrect ideas and narrow-mindedness in damaging your financial situation. Therefore, learning how to generate money is as vital as learning how to think about it. So, thank you so much for watching, and leave a remark in the comment box below, and with that said, have a nice day, and we'll see you in the next one.